We're strongly being encouraged that we need to create an environment that is worthy of our spirit. And specifically, Spirit brings up the years 2000 to 2020, that, like you said, Tom, we were living in a bit of a matrix. And 2020 gave us all both an individual and collective choice point to begin to call our spirits home. And from the perspective of spirit with the capital S, our spirit has been living outside of our body and then therefore outside of our home. And our ego has taken over and kind of really pushed it out the door. So we have to remember that the ego tends to take any inspiration that comes through and immediately snuff it out, either because of fear or self-denial or insecurity or just doubt, simply the lack of belief that it's possible. And yet Spirit says it will continue to complain and retch that it is tired of the same dreary arrangements. And here in the meditation were the lyrics, I don't want to hear sad songs anymore. I only want to hear love songs. I don't want to sing mad songs anymore. I only want to sing your song. And the feeling from the soul, that the soul is just so impassioned to connect to its inner spirit, to experience that divine union. And it's so tired of the ego's sad and mad songs. And it's complaining of the tired of the same dreary arrangements. And so we're really encouraged to start by creating an environment around us that actually appeals to us, that our spirit cannot fit into spaces of chaos, dreariness, or carelessness. And the question here is our living space inviting our spirit? That our spirit is holy and it requires a place of peace and serenity in order to dwell. So we are encouraged to remove any clutter and to clean it up and clear it out. That if it is not purposeful, that it doesn't hold meaning for us at this time, or it doesn't bring us joy in some way, that it is time to release it and thank it for its service. We are encouraged to hire or ask for help if we are overwhelmed, and as well to remember that both the spiritual and the physical world can kind of rise up in a miracle moment of assistance, but we do need to ask due to the law of free will. Once again, taking pride in our space and making it beautiful, simplifying, that spirit is content in a quiet, clear, and uncluttered space. And we often think, back to the monasteries or the places where people went to seek God. And, there was often very bare furnishings, very simple adornments, allowing the voice of spirit to be heard because there was not so much interference and other noise taking place. We're encouraged that when we make our place worthy of our spirit, it will return. And this includes our physical body and not just our physical space. So are we eating foods that bring us joy and bring us nourishment? Are we moving our bodies in ways that feel good and, allow us to alchemize some of these heavier densities? Because if we are just, sitting in a chair, looking at a screen all day, we're most likely also sitting in a lot of heavy density. We're encouraged to light a candle, to bring in fresh flowers or fruit, to turn on music, to stay in prayer. So to make prayer our way of life, and to always make sure that we are setting our intentions with everything that we are moving through, even the most mundane or ordinary of tasks. And finally, encouraged to sing and dance, as this really calls in the spirit and brings it home and allows us to feel inspired and happy in every sense of the word. The lyrics to end this part of the meditation, it only gets better.
It's funny, Marcia. I was actually looking down as you were doing the last part of that, and it says, feeling inspired and happy in every sense of the world.
Yeah, I noticed that typo as I was saying, but it's not really a typo, is it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's actually quite sublime.